Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I have an apology to make to you. I know I said in my next video you'll see my bathroom transformation, but the stuff that I've ordered for my bathroom is not going to be ready until between the 5th and the 15th of October. So it's a bit of a wait, but when it's ready I'll let you know and I'll show you the what we've done to it. So it has taken a lot of work. It's only minor changes, but it's just taken a lot of work. So today for my video I have got how I do my nails. I'm just going to show you very briefly how I get my nails. These are my natural nails, but I fill them and yeah, I look after them. I am a nail biter. I've been biting my nails for since I've had teeth, to be honest. But I'm going to show you today just how I do them. Firstly, I'm not a professional at doing my nails or anybody else's nails. Everything I've learned is self-taught, but they last growth-wise probably about 4 weeks. The difference between the way I do it and having acrylic nails is with acrylics they lift at the back and then, you know, they catch in your hair and stuff like that. So I use this Gelish, which I'll show you in a minute. I've got my nail box, and as I say, I'm not professional, but the way I do it, it lasts. They're super strong, and I've had a few people ask me how I do my nails or keep them strong. Yes, they may look fake, but they are mine, and it's anything to stop me biting them. And they do get so long sometimes if I'm lazy, like now I haven't cut them, that I'll insert a picture here to show you what they were. And I learned the hard way because I do some cleaning, and when you like clean the windows or something, you slam your hand up onto like a window frame. Oh my goodness, it hurts. It doesn't break, but it hurts, and then you get sometimes a bruise on your nail bed, which then I come home and cut my nails. So I have had them really long, but I'll show you a picture. Anyway, I'm in my office. I'm in my office now. If you haven't seen my office video, I'll link that below and up here. Also, if you've noticed on the bottom right, I think it's probably down here, there you'll notice a little icon. If you get on your desktop and hover your mouse over that, you can subscribe to my channel just from there. I'd love for you to subscribe if you're new. If you like my content, I base my content around cleaning. I post every Wednesday and Sunday at 10 AM. Please leave a comment if you know any tips and tricks that you'd like me to share, any hacks or any information you'd like to know, and I'd love to help you. Also check out my website, stickymess17.co.uk. Leave a comment down below and like this video, and let's get into it. The first thing that I'm doing is getting rid of any old gel that I may have on my nails. You can see a bit of the shine there. I've got to get rid of that, lower the balancing point or the arch of the nail so that it keeps it strong. So I've got to thin out the tips a little bit, my nail tip, and get rid of any glossy on my nail, and that's what I'm doing here. Now if I'm holding the drill a little bit odd, it's because it's my left hand and I'm right-handed, so it's my non-dominant hand I have to use in order to get my nails done. I am semi-ambidextrous because years ago I sprained my index finger, my middle finger on my right hand, so I learned how to use my left hand. Now I'm just getting rid of any dust, and I will try and speed this up in a minute for you. But once I've done the main heavy duty work, I use a drill bit with a sandpaper on it. Now this is an old sandpaper, and I'm going to show you just how easy it is to change the sandpapers, but I'm just looking for a sandpaper. Also, while I'm here, let me know in the comments if you like my new music. I found some new music which I'm going to use, so let me know if you like it. As you can see, the sandpaper just snaps on, a little bit of fiddly, but it does just push on. Now, also I apologize about the camera angle. I'm trying to use the tripod over me, and then the bowl is really dirty because I've had it for years, and this is where I collect all my dust. My drill I got off eBay. They're only about, I don't know, £6 or £7. They're really cheap, but I have bought some carbide bits, which was the last piece that you saw me use. But you can use a sandpaper, just be careful to use it very, very lightly, so that one, you don't damage your natural nail, and two, you don't end up burning yourself. So make sure it's moving at all times. I use the sandpaper to get any extra lift or any excess lift, as well as to buff it up so that the gel polish has got something to hold on to. And you can see I'm just tidying it up. So let you watch this, and I'll come back in a minute.
We'll grow in number, fueled by them to see the horizon, turn us to thousands, and we'll grow in number, fueled by them to see the horizon, turn us to thousands, and on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my
I'm just showing you here, you can see some shiny bit on my nail there. I need to get that up. Just run the drill over it lightly, make sure it's all level out with my nail bed, and I also remove my cuticles at this point. And I'm pulling back the skin on the sides of my finger so that I can get deep down into the sides without damaging my nail bed. It is so important, do not damage your nail bed, because one, it will hurt, and your nails are so thin anyway, but it doesn't take a lot to damage them. So what you see my heavy drilling, I'm actually doing it on the gel. Don't do it on your natural nail bed, it will hurt. The next step is also super important. So once you've cleaned your nails, make sure you get rid of any dust. I use a nail brush first, and then I'm going to use a lint-free wipe and some rubbing alcohol. I spray it on the lint-free wipe, and I make sure that I get rid of any dust on my fingers, as well as, once you've done this, do not touch your nails, because that causes lifting. I'll flip the camera around here so you can see the products I use. You can see my one hand is shiny, that is because that's fine, and that one is now clean. There's no gel left on my nails or anything like that. Now these are the products that I use. You've got the Gelish Top It Off, which is a top coat, the Gelish Matte, which is also a top coat, then you got the Gelish Structure Gel, the Gelish pH Bond, and the Gelish Foundation. I've also got the Nourish, which I'll show you at the end. First I'm going to use the pH Bond and put that on my nails very lightly. Make sure the entire nail bed is covered with it. Let's speed it up a bit. Here I've put a bit too much on, so I'm just going to shake it off and go very, very lightly. Now I'm finished with the pH Bond, so I'm just going to seal it. Make sure you seal them really tightly so that they don't spill over, and you can see that one is still a little bit wet compared to the others, which have dried very, very quickly, virtually instantly. Just let that air dry for a minute. The first thing I'm going to use after that is the foundation gel. Now this one has to go on really, really thin. If it goes on too thick, your nails will lift, they will peel, they will crack, and be a mess. So these need to go on really, really thin. As a gauge, the one brush should use about you should be able to do a whole hand, as near, you know, as close as, with one brush dip with that. So make sure it goes on very, very thin, and as you can see, I'm pulling back my sides of my finger to make sure that I can get it deep into the sides without touching my cuticles.
invincible.
Once it's cured, be sure to remove any hairs or any bits that have got caught. Don't ask me how I got hair there. The next step I'm going to use is the structure gel. Now this is quite thick, but I'm going to do 2 thin layers. I've already got quite a bit of gel on my nails to keep them strong, but I'm just basically replacing and moving the arch forward or back towards my cuticle now. So I don't need a lot, but as you can see, it's on thin and it is also self-leveling. I don't know why I've got a little piece of hair there or something. So it is quite thick, as you can see on the brush, and I'm going to brush it from the cuticle down. Always have my hand sort of like a 45-degree angle facing downwards so that so gravity doesn't throw or push the structure gel into my cuticles. And then in order to self-level, just put your hand upside down, and then obviously once that's done, cure it again for 90 seconds. I've cut out the curing bits because it's not in shot.
What's left? The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go.
Now I'm going to do another layer of the structure gel again, staying away from the cuticles, and use the orange peel sticker, I meant to mention this earlier, down the sides of your nails so that you make sure that your cuticles down the sides and the back is all clear. I'll show you that in a second. But yeah, it goes on really, really easily, the same as nail polish. It is a bit thicker than nail polish, and then once I've gone past the cuticle with a free edge, let the brush just curl underneath the free edge just for a bit of extra support. Otherwise you get a bit of cracking on the sides of your nails.
Wanna miss a beat. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll
Now that my nails have cured, I've got another lint-free wipe, my rubbing alcohol, saturate that, and my nails are a bit tacky now from the structure gel, so I'm going to rub off that tacky layer and any dirt. I redid my thumb in that last clip that you've just seen because I touched it before it went in the lamp. Another tip, if you're going to do your nails, make sure that you keep the gel bottles well away from the light, and do not do it outside, because the UV in the light or outside will set the gel in the bottle, and that's the last thing you want.
we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll.
Now what I'm showing you is there is a little bit of gel on the side of my nails, yes, but I'm going to show you how to fix that now. You can't really see it too clearly on the camera, but first thing I do is remove the skin from the gel. You can see it's not a lot there, but it's because I didn't use the orange peel stick to start with. So yeah, I'm just going to take away any tacky bits that might be on my fingers from opening bottles and still my hands, and then we'll use the file. So I'm just pulling the sides on, make sure that my nails are free, because if they're stuck to your skin, they will lift. I got these emery boards from Home Bargains. You can see the one side is a lot softer than the other, or finer grit. I use that to just get hold of the gel that may have overflowed onto the side walls, make sure that nothing, absolutely nothing, is touching my skin. You may need to file the back by your cuticle, but I haven't put the gel on that thick, and I've got a smooth transition from the nail bed into the gel, so I don't need to file that down at all. I'm just getting rid of any old ridges on the side walls of my nail and make sure that it flows nicely into my nail bed, and that it's straight, because the straighter it is, the neater it looks. You don't want lumps and bumps on your nails on the sides, because one, they'll catch, and two, it looks untidy. So make sure that they're straight into your nail bed. As you can see there, I'm running along the nail bed sides, and now I'm just filing the tops. I do file weirdly like this because, as I said, this is my non-dominant hand that I'm using to file. So I use my finger rather than the file to get them to the right length. Now, my right hand is my dominant hand, as I've said before, so the nail does grow a lot quicker than my left hand. So I do file that one down a bit. The key here is to do the filing before you do the top coat, so any scratches or whatever is removed before you put the top coat on. So, and then I just run my nail underneath to make sure that the actual nail underneath is not going to catch on anything. Now that I've been filing, I'm going to use the lint-free wipe again, saturated with some rubbing alcohol, and clean off any dirt that needs to come off from my nails, and that my nail plate is now clean. Now I've got two top coats here. One is the top it off and the other one is a matte top it off. The matte is obviously matte and more of a natural one, but the Gelish top coat, tongue-tied, is the one I'm going to be using today. The matte one gives more of the finish that you can see there already, and the Gelish one gives more of the shiny one on the hand that I'm actually holding the Gelish one. But I'm going to use the top it off, the blue one. Again, don't need a lot, just a very thin amount on the brush, and it's one cure. Make sure your hands are clean before you start doing this. Now that they've been cured for the last time, once again I'm removing the tacky layer and any dust or dirt that may be on it before I put the nourishment in. Now that they're both clean, you can see the hand on top is the one that's grown out, and you can see there's a week's growth there, and I had yellow nail polish on, painted on by my daughter, so it stuck a bit around the edge. Now you must put nourishment or some cuticle oil on your fingers once you're finished, and make sure you rub it in. Gelish have got their own, and if you're going to use the Gelish brand, make sure you stick with the brand, as this will also prevent lifting. So put it on all the cuticles and then rub it in. And here is the finished result. The one on the left is my hand that has grown out for about a week, and the one on the right is the one I've just done. Well, that's it for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching my video. Check out my playlist and my most recent upload, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care. See you. Bye.